I thought this was pretty crazy. So, a Texas mechanic ambushed and executed over a $500 repair bill. A $500 repair bill. That is so crazy to me. Now, obviously, I do not know the true backstory about this whole situation, but like, really? Like, people view another person's life so little that they're willing to do this sort of thing. So, a married dad of two, a mechanic from Houston, was ambushed, chased, and shot dead execution style just 2 days before Christmas over a dispute with a client about a $500 repair bill, according to the victim's family. Luis Manuel Caselas, 29, was found fatally shot in the 7600 block of North Freeway in Houston on Friday afternoon, news station ABC 13 reported. Sandy Casillas, Manuel's sister, told the outlet that she learned from the witness that her brother had gotten into an argument with a customer whose truck he had repaired. The customer, who had not been named, showed up at Casilla's body shop accompanied by five men and allegedly refused to pay the money he owed. As the situation escalated, Casillas allegedly told his client to just take his truck and leave, but the confrontation took a violent turn. Like, oof, Lord. My brother started running, Sandy Casillas told the station. He ran through all the side businesses he could run through. They did catch up to him and they shot him in the head, point blank. They put him on his knees and they shot him in the head. The sister claimed that her brother begged for his life, telling the government, I have a family, just take whatever you want, but they ignored his pleas, according to KHOU 11. Casillas died from his injuries at a hospital, and he leaves behind a wife and two daughters, ages 2 and 3. And what's crazy to me, it wasn't just like one crazy individual that did this, it was literally a group of grown dudes who did this. Like, how little of a spine do you have to get into a group of a bunch of dudes to go hunt down one individual? Like, oh, Lord. And over a repair bill that you owe. Like, to me, it's just so stupid. And again, I don't know the true backstory about this. There's always two sides to every story. But still, even if they got scammed, even if one of those people got scammed, the customer got scammed for $500 or something, which is seems kind of cheap for a repair bill for like a truck of any kind. Even if they were getting scammed, you go through the correct process. You don't try to take things into your own hands and getting so pissed off that you end a person's life. Like, you gotta know, like, hey, something is not right here. I shouldn't be doing this. His family said Casillas had already bought Christmas presents for his children and planned to use the $500 from the repair bill to finish his holiday shopping. Santa was coming with Daddy, but Santa showed up, but Daddy didn't, Sandy said. The victims' relatives gathered on Christmas Day at the crime scene to demand that those who killed the father too are held accountable for their actions. I agree, right? But again, there also has to be an investigation. I don't know what happened behind this whole thing again, but still, like, if it is the way that it is seeming, it's a pretty horrible situation. Let's see. I'll be damned if I let this case go cold, Kessler's sister said. My brother will get his justice. Investigators told KHOU 11 that they are looking into the incident and would like to find surveillance footage of the shooting. No suspects have been identified, but the family told the outlet they think they know who the gunman might be and have shared that information with police. Wow. So let's check this out. Hard to believe it was over a legitimate repair bill. Part of the problem in Texas is that the law allows a shop to do unauthorized repairs and keep the car until you pay for them. And you can't do anything about it. They don't need a signed work order or anything else. It also happens far too often. Will be interesting to hear all the details on this one. I agree, but here's the thing. Even if this is the case, that doesn't excuse them doing something absolutely crazy. Let's see. Oh, good lord, get real. Do you know how much car and truck repairs cost? I was thinking how cheap that bill was. And again, yeah, 500 bucks for a car bill, repair bill is pretty cheap. Was an ASE certified mechanic for 43 years. Nope, don't have a clue. Buh, 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 buh. The cost wasn't the issue. This was gang related. They weren't going to pay no matter the cost. Stop blaming the victim, who was a hardworking man. It took 5 cowards armed to shoot him for no reason. They love playing God with weapons in their hands. You don't go around killing people because they make you angry or you don't want to pay them for their services. Sick society in the USA. How did they not have his info from his vehicle and when he came into the repair shop? Ba 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 ba. That is such a depressing story. I feel so sorry for his wife and kids. Senseless. Let's see. Wow, this is horrific. Absolutely senseless. Side note, I'm wondering what kind of evidence was left behind. Does a shop record the VIN numbers of vehicles that are brought in for repair? Cameras at the shop. I really hope there is something that will connect the people. Let's see. Rest in peace, Manuel Casillas. I hope justice is done for you. Let's see. Didn't he have records of who he did work for? Sounds like this is more than just an auto repair. It definitely sounds like a lot more than a $500 repair bill. 6 individuals show up, armed, not likely. The thing is, like, this is such like a weird situation because I've never seen this at any sort of location, like anywhere. But this is the thing, right? What could possibly drive someone to bring in multiple people to confront someone at their place of work and be so angry, in a sense, to execute them point blank, right? Not just execute them, but hunt them down and then execute them. Like, it's either a lot of money, a respect thing, or some sort of like weird like backstory kind of like tie kind of thing that like might be of criminal nature. Like this is such a like it's so weird, right? Because like it does sound kind of more like a gang related issue because what random dudes will just pull up with a group of other dudes? Like, okay, what guy would pull up to a place of work with their homies to then confront someone and execute them? Because they already had what they were wanting to do in mind, right? To have that amount of people versus one, they were already planning on making this get ugly, right? So it's like, what could really drive this? It definitely wasn't over $500. In my point of view, there's no way this is over $500. This is probably over either a lot more money, something that might be of criminal nature so that it can't be actually disclosed, right? Or some people may not be honest about it, or it could be purely a respect thing. Like maybe the one guy that did all of this, that brought all these people with him, that probably ended up doing it himself, felt like he was wronged in some way and then decided to do this, which again does not justify him doing this. Like, this is a heinous act. Like, there's no excuse to do something like this. I'm just trying to figure out what could the actual motive be, because I mean, $500, that seems so insane to me, right? Because it's not just the fact that they went after, like that they, you know, ended him. It's that they basically hunted him down, right? Like, this isn't like a situation where you get pissed off, the other person gets pissed off, you guys clash, and then one of you or both of you do something really stupid, right? In that heat of the moment kind of thing. This was like a planned hunting slash execution of another human being. Like, it is crazy. Crazy. By the way, if you want to learn how to get a debt, go down below.